Cooler weather is around the corner, but while warm weather is still here, take advantage of our $49 home comfort checkup. Stay comfortable year-round with our services at Premier Heating and Air. And rebates are starting at $1,500 with the purchase of a new heating and air system and your choice of a free gift from a $100 Visa gift card, Wi-Fi thermostat, or UV light. Experience the Premier difference today and stay comfortable year-round with our services. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Log on to premierishere.com. Come on!
Hello and welcome to TV 35's Road Trip. I'm your host, Mac Davis, and this week we're heading to Atlanta, Georgia for DragonCon 2025. Nerd culture is no longer limited to comic geeks and players of Dungeons and Dragons. Today, some of our favorite movies and shows are nerd content. Marvel, DC Universe, Star Wars are huge. And today, nerd culture has exploded to influencers and athletes. So much so that nearly 100,000 people make the trek to Atlanta year after year for DragonCon, the largest multimedia pop culture convention that focuses on science fiction, fantasy, gaming, comics, literature, art, music, film, and TV. I asked a DragonCon volunteer what to expect this weekend.
Absolutely. So thank you for coming. This is DragonCon. It is the largest multimedia pop culture convention in the universe because we have representation for fantasy, sci-fi, science,
yes,
robotics, kids track.
Wrestling.
We have wrestling,
yep,
art, comics, literature for writers. We have writers track and so much more. And it's taking place Labor Day weekend.
All right. Now let me ask you, this is my very first time at a Comic Con, especially DragonCon.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what I can expect.
Yes, so you can expect to share in a celebration with about 75,000 other attendees.
Wow.
There will be a lot of people who are here who are attending panels that are looking to meet celebrity guests. We do actually this year have a wonderful lineup. A lot of people may be familiar with Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future, William Shatner, and
Captain Kirk's here.
Yep, Captain Kirk is here returning. We also have names like Katie Sackhoff and John Boyega from Star Wars. So there's going to be an extreme amount of talent here, as well as cosplay, workshops, and just hours, thousands of hours of programming.
You know, I walked around this, like I say, this is my first time. I have seen the cosplay as I've walked. It's hard to miss because it's everywhere. You probably see it behind us, as a matter of fact. This is incredible. Have you seen some outfits or costumes over the years that blew you away?
Every year I am just floored at the amount of creativity that comes through, and it's hard to choose one because there will be a nostalgia aspect to some of the costumes. There will be a immediately, how did you get that costume done in this amount of time aspect. So, and there's a variety. There's anime, comic books, just TV programming. There are actually costumes that are created here based off of DragonCon culture itself.
Unreal. Now, look, I know this is a 24/7 type of event. This is not, I'm used to going to a lot of events, especially in wrestling, and it ends around midnight or so. Absolutely. That's not the case when it comes to DragonCon.
Nope, we start here today on Thursday around 6 o'clock, and we will continue going through until Monday afternoon. Technically, if you kind of look up us on social media, we had a countdown to DragonCon last night at midnight. It's sort of an unofficial, official fan party, and that is one of the key parts about this con is that the fans allow it to run for this extended amount of time. They put in their time to volunteer, to host panels, to host the parties and attend the parties, to make the workshops. on top of the guests who want to be here to help with that too. So they make us able to go all weekend long.
I got to say, too, she is working hard, and she's going to be working hard. And you told me just before we started that you're a new mother coming soon, right? Is that right?
Surprise! Yes, so this will be my first con going into motherhood, and I am just, again, very thankful for my volunteers, for the staff, for being able to support leading up to this. I feel great. I'm excited for my future child to be able to experience this amazing convention, to meet these wonderful people, and to understand that they are going to feel included and safe and have fun in a space that is DragonCon.
Now, if I get lost, I'm calling you.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, what I always tell people is, one, the app is your friend. If you can download the DragonCon app, it is the most information. It has maps, it has a calendar view, so if you want to do two things at the same time, you will know that, and then you have to just make the hard decision. But find a track that you really like, you know, go and wander into rooms and see what you're going to explore and find there.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great weekend. Take care of yourself, and I'll probably check back in with you before we're out of here.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful weekend as well.
The event I visited the first night was the DCW Wrestling Show, and fans gathered in costumes as their favorite wrestlers. A huge crowd watched on as even Superman made an appearance in the wrestling ring. The next day was all about the cosplay, where fans dress up as their favorite characters, and you won't believe your eyes. Next.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at Dublin & Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From mowing to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At Dublin & Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
The weather's cooling down, football's in the air, and there's never been a better time to get a winning deal at Dublin Chevy GMC. Whether it's an EV or an HD, a GMC or a Chevrolet, with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP, now's the time to get a new Chevy or GMC truck. And if you're planning those fall trips to the ball game, come check out our full selection of family-sized SUVs. So while summer might be winding down in Middle Georgia, we're just cranking up the deals at Dublin Chevy GMC.
And we are at DragonCon in Atlanta, Georgia, 2025. This is my very first DragonCon. And I got to tell you, the first day I showed up here, I wasn't sure what to expect. Although I will tell you that the entire downtown area of Atlanta during DragonCon is taken over by thousands. When I say thousands, I mean thousands upon thousands of fans who come here each and every year to celebrate all the many things, anime, cartoons, comics, you name it, it's all happening at DragonCon 2025. If you don't believe what you might see, follow me. Let's take a look at what DragonCon offers you.
I don't know when you start.
right, I'm a newbie, so you're going to have to tell me what you're dressed as.
Sure. So we're Art Deco designs of Harley Quinn and
Poison Ivy.
which were originally drawn by an artist called Hannah Alexander.
Now, I know both those characters because I'm a big Batman fan, so, tell me about DragonCon. How long have you been coming here?
This is only our second DragonCon, so we're newbies too. Yeah.
So let me ask you, because I am a newbie, this is really different. For somebody who has never been to a DragonCon, this is very unique. What was your first experience? When you first came here, what was your impression?
What I liked the most about it is that it's everything. Like, when people ask me, like, what is it? I'm like, it's everything. So you have, like, people doing, like, memes, you have people doing comic books, you have people doing anime, like, making their own mosh-ups. I saw, like, one of the insurance people, like, Flo. You see, like, everything. And it's like, what the best part is like, make a bingo board and see if you can find it. And I would say 98% of the time, you will find it.
What are some of the main attractions here this weekend?
I'm an author, so I really love doing like the book track stuff, and I'm on a couple panels for YA, so that's always exciting. And I also love just seeing all the different costumes, and it's like a big costume party with friends that you had all around the country that you get to meet up once a year, which is cool.
Let's talk about the price. This is not a cheap thing to do, is it?
No, not at all. Let's see. This one wasn't too bad because I did all of the diamonds myself, so I hand did it, so that brings down on the price.
It takes a lot of time, though.
Yeah, it does. And I also did like the seal boning on this corset, and she did all the flower work on it.
Really good.
And like I would say probably a couple hundred went into this, and same for
probably
you.
about the
Yeah.
same. A lot of times we recycle what we use. So like I've done ivy before, so I had this wig already. I've collected over the years all the flowers and everything when they went on clearance. Like, so you just have to be a smart shopper about it.
Yep.
Give me your names.
I'm Rhea Parisi.
And I'm Anarchy Cosplay.
Can you spell your names for me so we can put them on?
It's ANNARCHY, so Anarchy with an extra N.
And Rhea, RIA, Parisi, PARISI.
I'm glad you spelled that because I would have spelled it differently. It'd been RHEA real quick. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Have fun.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Even his brother's here. Costumes. Sometimes I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Can you explain to me what you are?
I am a pufferfish.
A pufferfish. Now, how'd you get the idea for this?
I work at the aquarium, so this is one of the animals that I see on a regular basis. So I did take some creative liberties.
Now, let me ask you, how often have you come to DragonCon?
At this point, I've gone about 8 times.
Wow, that's a lot of time. So do you find it very entertaining every time you come?
Very much so.
Favorite part of the weekend?
Ooh, that's a tough one. It's probably usually either the science track or the puppetry track.
Now, your first time here, because this is my first time, what was your impression the first time you came here? Were you overtaken by everything?
100%. I came when I was in high school, and I think I took about 1,000 photos that year.
All right, we've been talking about costumes all morning long here. Tell me what we have.
I'm Harrowhark Nona Jesimus from the Locked Tomb series.
Kiteria the First from the Locked Tomb series.
Did you have a problem walking in the door or something?
Yeah, you know what? There was a glass just in front of me, and I just have to do it. It just completes the look, I think.
Is this your first Comic-Con or at DragonCon?
Not for me, but for
it's my first DragonCon, yeah.
Oh, good. So you're just like me. What is your impression? This is the first time you've seen all this. What is your impression?
It's huge. It's like I've been to New York Comic Con and I've been to other conventions, but I have never been to this one. It's just impressive how the whole city just becomes the convention. You walk around and everybody is in a costume. Like, I was like, oh,
yep.
That's this little anime character. This is like this movie character. It's very impressive.
It really is. Now tell me, the cost of these outfits can't be cheap.
This one wasn't too bad for me because I used as much like recycled and like vintage materials as I could, but there is about $150 of Swarovskis just in the veil, so
it's not a cheap hobby. If this is something you enjoy to do, this is not a cheap hobby.
it's cheap for me. So
Yeah.
How about you?
same. Like surprisingly, I managed to find this dress, and I just like accommodated to fit like the character. And I just did like the trim and the flowers. Flowers are surprisingly more expensive than you think they are.
So expensive.
You're
And for
like,
what?
oh, for what? So I think my cost was also like 150, 200, which is cheap for me. This is one of the easiest like outfits I have, but it's not a cheap hobby.
All right, now who did the makeup? Your makeup, did you do your own makeup?
Yeah, we do it. We both did our own makeup.
Yeah, we will.
That look, actually, the blood on your lips and everything looks very real. It looks like it'd be a problem after a while. Do you get like you feel like you gotta wipe it off?
No, not for me, not really. Like I actually have blood mouth that I'm gonna use later, but that is the horrible one because it tastes horrible. But this is usually pretty good. Like
Basically,
I don't have a problem.
all of her characters are covered in blood. She's used to it.
Yeah.
Since we were founded, the Houston Clinic has sought to provide the most advanced orthopedic services available to men, women, and children of all ages and all walks of life. And today, Dr. Gay and Dr. Richter continue the tradition of service in the Lawrence County communities. From our sports teams through every facet of this community, the Houston Clinic is not only proud to serve you, we deem it an honor. The Houston Clinic, 100 Medical Drive, Suite 400, in Dublin.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $4,500.
Products you can count on, a name you can trust. That's Midstate Tractor and Equipment.
All right, we are back at DragonCon in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've got another, I don't even know who you are actually. Tell me who you are.
I am Dr. Robotnik from Sonic.
Tell me, the outfit is absolutely incredible. I noticed you from across the room, so I had to grab you real fast and get you to come over here. Tell me, how much do you have into this outfit?
$7 from Savers, $2 on the mustache. I already had the goggles, black pants, black shoes, under $10.
Oh man, that's a deal because I've talked to people who spent thousands of dollars on these outfits. So, is this your first time here?
No, I'm a eternal member.
So you've been here from the very first one?
Well, no, about 2006.
So you have been coming quite a bit, about 20 years now.
Yes,
So
quite a lot.
What is your favorite part of this event?
You know, it's meeting friends and seeing friends every year, and that's what it's about. The room parties, the gatherings, just to see people grow throughout the years and get married and move on with their lives, and it's just so fantastic to just keep in touch with them every year. We have a common goal, and that's basically what DragonCon is about. Now, do you live in this area? Or No, I'm from Hawaii.
From Hawaii? So you come all the way in from Hawaii to come here?
This is my Mecca every year.
You never know who you might run into at DragonCon. I ran into Fred Flintstone here. How you doing?
Yabba dabba do.
Tell me, you're, of course, Fred Flintstone. That's easy to figure out. You?
Alina Clover from light novel series.
Now, see, you got to forgive me because this is my first time here. I'm not into comics that much, but this is absolutely incredible. It's been one of the most fun times I've had in the Atlanta area in a long time. Tell me, how long have you been coming here?
We've been coming to DragonCon. I started with her older brother 17 years ago. I think we made it every year for the last 17 years.
So are we father and daughter?
Father and daughter, yeah.
That is very cool. So you made a family event out of this. So you've been coming how long now?
I don't know, probably about like 5 or 6 years, ever since I was old enough to.
I bet it's more than that. You were like 8 when the first time you came, so that would have been 10 years.
She was tiny, yeah.
Yep.
Let me ask you, what's the best part of the weekend?
People watching.
Watching people's costumes.
Yeah. It's funny, I've been sitting here for 2 hours just watching costumes. That's all I've been doing. It's absolutely incredible. Tell me, cost-wise, does it cost a lot to do this?
Well, if you buy the tickets early, like we buy them during DragonCon for the following year, they're not that expensive. It comes out to under $25 a day, and our costumes, we make them all with junk from around the house, so they don't cost much.
That's great, because I talked to somebody a while ago who said they spent $8 on their outfit, where you talk to other people who have spent thousands of dollars on their outfits.
Yeah, no, you can spend a fortune, but I also, this costume, my mother-in-law made it for me for Halloween 20 years ago. It's made of felt. It should have fallen apart, and it hasn't. So I'm almost free.
And like mine, other than having to get like, you know, clothes that fit the costume, like this whole hammer is just made of like PVC pipe and like Zep bottles that we cut apart. So
did you make this yourself?
me and my dad worked on it. I did the painting and a lot of the construction, but
You did 90% of it. We did it all together. She keeps saying that I do it all, but I'm just the idea guy.
Well, you know, I come to DragonCon and I figure I won't know anybody here, and it turns out that somebody from Macon, Georgia was actually here. What part of Macon are you from?
We live downtown. I went to Central High.
Tell me the outfit. This outfit looks incredible.
So this is Sansa Stark from season 8 of Game of Thrones when she becomes Queen of the North.
How many years have you been coming here?
I have been coming here since, I want to say, 2016.
Wow, that's a long time. Almost 10 years now.
It's like the big event of my year. I love it.
How much money do you have in outfits like this?
Oh, that's a mean question. 'Cause, no, I don't want to think about that. I started out going, okay, no more than $200 a dress, and it's the amount of money I've spent on beads alone is really embarrassing this year. So
did you build this yourself?
Yes.
That's really unique right there, because that's got to be difficult. You probably spent how many hours doing this?
I know it took me, like, it was my pandemic project, so it was about 18 months. I know that I broke down the foam on my couch cushions because I sat there for just months in this one spot embroidering. But yeah, it took a while.
Favorite part of this event?
Oh my goodness, you get to talk to so many other people who love doing the same costuming thing, and you both get to geek out about the same things, and people are so nice and so appreciative of what you do. It's the most positive place that I can imagine going.
You know, one of the things I hear a lot of people talk about is nerd culture. Yeah. Would you consider this nerd culture?
Yeah.
I definitely would. And for me, for nerds, I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm a nerd in my own way. And so with this being my first time, I got to tell you, I have never been this impressed by a con in my life. I've been, like I say, a good at wrestling cons, but there are tens of thousands of people in downtown Atlanta right now.
Yeah, I think that 73,000 was what they're trying to like top it out at. It's a lot.
What do you do in real life?
In real life, I am an actor, and I'm the costume designer and puppet shop manager at the Center for Puppetry Arts.
Put them over. You got a website?
I do. My Instagram is Jay Schutzstedt, or Jay in my last name, and then my website is jenniferschutzstedt.com.
Thank you so much. All right, so you help with DragonCon, and you also dress out as well, huh?
I do. I try to find some time to cosplay between my duties.
How much are we talking about you have invested in this?
I will have to just say it was more than $3,000.
Wow. And that's just for a weekend of fun? Do you do this just for DragonCon, or do you go to other places as well?
I definitely do other conventions. MomoCon, which is kind of like a strategic partner con with DragonCon, takes place Memorial Weekend. So anything that I have for one, I can use for others. I'd love to be able to travel with this more, but it's got to be assembled and disassembled. But yeah.
How long does it take to get all put on?
So we woke up at about 6 this morning, and we're out the door by about 7:15. So most of it was getting to this location. So I'd say about an hour. But there was also another hour or two a couple days ago actually assembling the pieces so it could be easily put together.
All right, now walking around on this is not easy. I noticed that when you're walking over here. Are you afraid how your legs are going to feel at the end of the day?
I can already feel my feet. I'm wearing 9-inch platforms to give that robotic sense of how the legs look. So while they are relatively comfortable, it is still a platform. So I definitely feel it, but moving around sort of helps. And then obviously there's space, there's rubbing armor. So I get used to it. There's a lot of mascot people out there, a lot of armor cosplayers that we make it work.
One question that just came to mind. I was about to stop the interview, but I just realized, what do you do when you have to go to the restroom? That can't be easy. If you, I'm gonna put it this way: if you have to go really fast, it's not going to happen really fast, is it?
It won't. So the best thing is to know ahead of time and to just plan to take breaks. Like I said, I've been kind of between some interviews and things today, so I will probably take a break in a bit. and usually just remove the legs first, so that's fine. But one important thing is not to wear a bodysuit, a full bodysuit underneath these. It's definitely like leggings and a top, so you can have that separation.
And that's just a peek at DragonCon 2025. Make plans next year, Labor Day weekend 2026, for another fun weekend with another huge crowd. And how do I know that? Well, because I'm Batman. Come on!